Good day, Sir. Sir Radzig, hallo. Darf ich hier rein? Nein. Kann ich da rein? Nein. Also, Sir Radzig, moin.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
Okay.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn! So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you. But I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Mal ganz kurz, ne? Jetzt haben wir uns unterhalten. Und Henry hat von sich aus angefangen, um was zu reden. Und dadurch haben wir Reputation verloren? Ernsthaft? Ich habe überhaupt nichts gepromised. Also fuck it.
As you command, sir.
Andere Frage. Ist das überhaupt die Tür hier oder ist das oben? Warum das hier mal so kurz das Bild aussetzt, weiß ich nicht. Das ist voll merkwürdig. Das ist wahrscheinlich hier, ne? Hahaha, toll. Er war hier oben. Lord Hans. What about?
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
What has it got to do with me?
Plenty. You're in it with me ever since that hunt.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. And I see I did the right thing. Jesus, Henry, if you're going to be my companion, you have to look the part.
Excuse me, ich hab doch gerade mein Kram wieder fertig gemacht, Mann.
Thanks, Sir Hans. I'll go and get changed now.
God damn it, Hans. Shit. Ah, hier. Alles klar, okay. Aber ich war noch nicht im Badehaus. Wir sollten einen Ausflug machen vorher. Oh. Da gibt noch einen Silberring, sehe ich gerade. Den muss ich noch verkaufen, bevor irgendeine Scheiße passiert. Wunderschön.
So, shall we go then?
Let's go. And by the way, I'm glad you got dressed up properly. Clothes make the man, and in your case, it's quite a transformation. Come along then.
Na gut, in dem Look kann man jetzt nicht unbedingt, ne, stealthy Lager abstechen. Dafür muss man ganz nackt sein. So macht man eine Quest. Hey, mach mal. Okay, machen. Im gleichen Zimmer. Ohne Weg, ohne Stress. Ah.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson... Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg? That name is familiar.
Yeah, he's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulfrin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair, after all. Maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Lord Caven, I will handle this. I've reaped dozens of camps single-handedly without armor and without clothing. I can handle this. Oh, ich gehe den ganzen Squad mit Bernard, das ist ja nett. Ich hätte gern was gesagt zu der ganzen Geschichte. Die Figur dieses Typen passt nicht zum Gesicht. Trompeter för mig!
What the?
Vielleicht war er mit denen losgeritten, ich erinnere mich.
God save you, Henry. God bless you.
So, what do you think about this?
Old Hanush is right about one thing. It's time to stop chasing wenches and start chasing bandits. It'll be a bit of excitement for a change.
Oh, look at this.
I agree. I was worried you'd be upset after Sir Hanish's speech.
Why would I? I finally have a chance to show Uncle what I can do. I can't wait. We'll ride there, hack those bastards to pieces, and celebrate with a good drink in the evening.
But Sir Hanish said we should get them out of the fiefdom without bloodshed if we can.
And how else do you suppose we can do that?
With diplomacy?
You can't parley with criminals. That would just damage Uncle's reputation. Every lowlife would think he could rob him without fear of reprisal. Enough talk. Let's mount up. God be with you.
Alright. Kapitän Bernard? Captain's Horse. Da bist du. Nein! Pferde! Ernsthaft? Hier gar nicht durch, okay.
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out.
Pebbles? Du bist der dunkle Hengst der
Okay, Bond,
Todgeweihten.
when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that. I know what you meant, Captain. Forget it.
Very well, Your Grace.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber. I heard some rumors.
About his being a relative of mine in Melodas?
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Camberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estate.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offense.
Die Geschwindigkeit, ne?
Well, tell me all about it then. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about the Camberg plan from a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Camberg relatives. When Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit, I'm almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he cursed them, and I couldn't blame them.
Why's that?
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, when she fell pregnant, they said she was a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Wilhelm. say the witch cheated her. And instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful.
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough, but he turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. He cursed everything and everyone in his path, started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. There were folk who said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus.
Whoa!
It sounds
Go
a lot
down.
more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurse
Light us,
used to
Cyril.
tell. How are we
I
supposed
sent
to
them to
deal
scout
with
ahead.
monster like that?
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, we'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as Chromie.
Yes, Captain.
Die beiden da am Baum?
Yeah.
Die Geschwindigkeit ist ein Traum. Zu langsam für den Sprint und zu schnell für normal Dingens. Das heißt Sprint, zu langsam für das normale Traben hier. Traben durch den Graben. So. Mal ein bisschen aufpassen jetzt hier, es ist gerade ein bisschen unwegsam.
Ja.
Einer nach dem anderen, Leute. Das funktioniert so.
Ja.
Das ist voll cool mit den... Oh,
Are you
that-
blind, for Christ's sake? There's people walking here.
Schnauze! Das ist voll cool mit einer Gruppe von Leuten durch den Wald zu reiten, so wollte ich gerade sagen. Aber never mind.
How are you?
Wie, how are you?
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolfren is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolfren?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camber clan is cursed.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfen's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The youngest, Wilhelm. And his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the Countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her.
That's sweet.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfen, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolfen, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him.
That's interesting.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhoff, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp. See you later.
Alright. Ich habe eine Aufgabe. Pebbles. Wir reiten nach Norden.
Ja.
Ich melde mich zurück. Okay. Ich war gespannt, ob wir das wirklich ohne Blutvergießen hinkriegen irgendwie. Ich zweifle stark daran, aber vielleicht können wir es ja auf ein Minimum begrenzen. Wobei, wenn einer blutet, bluten alle. Bin ich hier schon richtig? Das ist viel zu ruhig hier. Lockpick. Ich warte noch darauf, dass ich irgendwo Hasenhaut finde, die ich dann abgeben kann. Aber nein. Hallo? Anybody here? Hallo.
Good evening.
Theresa, bist du's?
Captain Bernard sent me. It's about that attack.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again. I don't know what else I can tell you.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear every detail you can tell me.
What do you want to know?
How many of them were there?
2 or 3. I'm not sure. My head's still in a spin.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in no uncertain terms as soon as they came here.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just rode off again, without further ado?
More or less.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide indoors, and I only saw them through the window.
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried to parley with them.
But just a while ago, you told me you were indoors the whole time.
Yes, I was. Mostly.
So were you inside or outside? Did you talk to them or not?
Well, like I say, it was confusing. I don't remember much.
Die ist full of shit, die Dame. Ich würde die gerne bedrohen.
Look here, I'm not sure what happened here, but I can't shake the feeling you're holding something back.
No! It's just... it all happened so quickly. I'm still bewildered from it all.
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those bandits are led by Sir Wolflin, Baron of Camberg, and he's not just some common outlaw. If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay. So you better speak up, no matter what happened here.
Lord Jesus. Why must we be persecuted so?
So, what really happened here?
First, promise me you'll get rid of them.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. We put up no resistance. I noticed one of them had an injured leg, so I offered to treat it for him.
That was very Christian of you, considering they came to rob you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What happened then?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. Only the same evening, they came back again. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp. And in the morning I came home again.
So you know where they're camped? I'd like you to lead me there.
I won't go to their camp, no. But I know of a place where you'll have a good view of it.
That'll do me.
Take care.
Oh. Alright. Wo bin ich jetzt? Bin ich jetzt mit ihr dahin?
I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not far away in this direction.
Thanks. And don't worry. I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
It's time for stripping again. Die Unterplinte kann ich wegschmeißen, aber den Rest behalte ich nochmal von Lord Caven. Vielleicht brauchen wir das nochmal.
Looks like I found it. I'd better get back and report to Captain Bernard.
Objective failed. Okay, dann halt nicht, aber never mind. Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs. Mein kleiner cleverer Punkt. Sei mein Auge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kann ich jetzt gerade sehen. Wir sind zu 5, glaube ich. Ich bin voll gewillt, gerade das alleine zu machen. So einen nach dem anderen rauszulocken und Step. Okay, never mind. Ciao.
Is that the best you can do?
Yep, it is. See you. Hätte ich mal die Fresse nicht so weit aufgerissen. Well, never mind. Da ist er. Ah! Und weg ist er. Das teste ich jetzt aber mal aus. Ist das nur Glück, wenn die das aufhalten können, oder können die das allgemein immer? Das würde mich jetzt interessieren. Deswegen probiere ich es nochmal beim gleichen Typen ein zweites Mal.
Who's there?
No, Mann! Es passiert nicht immer. Satan. Was alles für Equipment hat der Junge. Krasser Dude, ey. Ähm. Die ist voll teuer, die kann ich verkaufen, yay. Waren das schon alle von dem? Die beiden. Und das kriegt alles Pebbles. Oh, ist gerade dunkel? Oh je. Ich wollte fragen, ob ich das Lager zurückfinde, aber es ist da hinten. Das Ding ist jetzt natürlich. Wenn die da alle in der Mitte bleiben. Aber vielleicht, wenn es jetzt dunkel wird, vielleicht kann ich dann einen nach dem anderen. Ich fände es voll cool, wenn wir da dann hinreiten in voller Montur und dann ist alles tot. Und ich so, ha. It was me. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Zwölf Mann? Oh. Au.
Enough of this shit. Fucking weather, fucking tents, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
Hallo, Hilfe.
Fuck, I'm almost sober again.
I need a good scrap to cheer me up. What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to cheer
What the hell?
What have
Hey, ciao!
Entertainment. Great. Alarm!
Okay, nein, das sind dann doch ein paar Leute zu viel.
To arms! Get over here! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Come here.
Go, Pebbles! Ah!
Ja!
Gute Arbeit, mein Junge. Okay. Ja, Moment. Ich habe andere Sachen dabei. So muss es. Oh, Mist. Moment. Das sind meine Doppeldinger, richtig? Ja. Dann nehmen wir die und die kommen weg.
Ja!
Oh, moin. Grüß dich. Vielen Dank für deine Hilfe. Solltest vielleicht schneller wegrennen, bevor die dich entdecken. Aber ist deine Entscheidung.
Ja!
Okay, ich würde sagen... Trippel, 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 zurück zu meinen Jungs. Wer von denen rechnet denn damit, dass ich mit Verstärkung zurückkomme? Hahaha. Alles klar. Pferde, seid ihr bereit? Wir greifen an. Hehehe.